Wesley Cheng here, joined alongside NBA analyst Jevohn Shepherd. Jevohn, the dust has barely settled on the Brandon Ingram trade, yet the Raptors are back at it. They send off Davion Mitchell to Miami in exchange for PJ Tucker, a second-round draft pick, and cash considerations. What do you think of the decision to offload Davion?
I'm not surprised at this one at all, and I think it's a great business decision because when you look at how Jevohn Shepherd has played of late, his shooting, his confidence, playing the point guard position, he just looks a lot more fluid. He looks a lot better doing it, and he's a rookie, right? And when you look at Davion Mitchell, you're talking about a guy that's older, really hasn't shot the basketball as well, had some opportunity early with all the injuries to start, and it didn't really translate to really good basketball individually. He's a non-scorer at the position, and teams are loading up on that, right? Forcing him to shoot the basketball, and that really hurts your offense for the other four guys on the floor. So is this the right decision? Absolutely. I think it's a great one for him as well because he gets to go to Miami and fit. I think he really does fit Heat culture. As far as the Raptors are concerned, they get to continue to grow with a younger player in Jevohn Shepherd who's playing some good basketball. And now you're giving him the keys and giving him more confidence to continue to grow.
Okay, so we got to circle back, though, to Brandon Ingram. We've had one sleep to reflect, to think about it. Now that we're here today, how are you feeling about this move for Toronto?
Unpopular opinion, I'm doing this trade 10 out of 10 times. For the simple fact, it was a very low cost, Wes. When you think about it, Kelly Olynyk, Bruce Brown, and a first-round pick, a 2026 first-round pick from Indiana. Me personally, I'm not hitching my development, my rebuild, to a 2026 late pick, right? You think about that player is 2 years away from being 2 years away. And for me, Brandon Ingram is a guy who gives you size. He infuses some skill in this Raptors team, which you need, a guy that can score 20 with his eyes closed. So I think this is a perfect fit for him. And also, for Scottie Barnes, now you have another threat on the floor that you can look to, that you can go to, and a guy that can be a closer, a guy that you can give the ball late in the shot clock and he can figure some things out. There's not going to be as much pressure on him. He doesn't have to be a culture guy because he's coming into a situation where you already have your Scottie Barnes. You have your focal piece.
Well, it's good to talk about all of that because he comes into Toronto, obviously coming off an injury-riddled year, yet when he's healthy, he is a player that can do a lot of things for this team. Based on the fact that the Raptors are prioritizing lottery balls, though, is he going to affect the tank, or do you think they're going to try to get him assimilating with the team right away?
So are you calling that an ethical tank?
I would feel it's very unethical at this point, but they might do it.
Yeah, I think when you look at it, right, it's an opportunity for the front office as well to play with different combinations of guys. How does BI look like with Scottie? How does BI look like when he's healthy, look like with IQ? And we have to face it as well. IQ hasn't played his best basketball yet. So does this help him? A guy that's going to come in, really put pressure on defenses. And he's been an all-star. We can't forget that as well. So there's a handful of those guys in the league. And when you look at these moves, if you don't expect, something magical with every move, with every acquisition or a light show, then this is a solid start. And again, we're forgetting that not every rebuild is the same. You already have your centerpiece, and Scottie Barnes has shown that you can win with him. So maybe you're just tweaking things around him.
Well, look, the Raptors are clearly showing what type of moves they have on the chessboard. This deadline, though, it's been pretty much the most nuts that we've ever seen. With just a few hours to go, we'll see what else the NBA has in store for us.